Hey guys, today with a proposal of my viewers and namely the emergency plan. You were separated, the separation talk is behind you, now you sit down at the PC, enter a "How do I win my ex back?" and this video comes. What do I advise you? First of all, take a breath and try not to panic. The world still exists and your head is still on your shoulders. You can do something against it. Don't get up and do everything your heart or your head tells you. They are the worst advisors you have right now, so tie them up, gag them and put them in the broom closet. I want you to be able to make your decisions at least free from them. They will call you in enough and influence your actions, even without you giving in to them directly. So you sit and be quiet? Good. Hand out and turn that thing off. Just off, and also stay away from social media for now, because what goes through your mind is to immediately check everything she does, posts, possibly unfriends, unsubscribes, who she is with. So everything that is there or potentially no longer there, and then you think about uselessly why this is so and what you can do about it. No, you don't do that now either. All this is the illusion of action. So you're programming as a man that tells you that if you know the facts and react logically or appropriately to them, you can change something about it and come to a result that you set as your goal. But you are thinking completely in the wrong direction right now. You think that if your action is just big enough, if the plan is just thought out enough, if it's based on enough facts and you can act fast enough, then you can convince them to get right back together with you. That's the dumbest thing you can think of right now. Let's think this through. She was convinced that breaking up with you was the right thing to do. Whether she was pissed, desperate, whether she just liked an other better according to her. I don't give a shit, that's her opinion at this moment, and it's based so strongly on feelings that you won't be able to fight it. But that was so special with us, you have no idea. Yes, but I do. Because I have a neutral overview about it, and you are so much in the situation that you didn't see the blow coming from her. Their feelings, or the lack of them towards you, are so strong in one direction that they risk losing you forever. And your drive is to prevent that. So far I understand you, and that is also something you can do. But you can't do that by arguing against their feelings. You can't negotiate feelings. You can't convince someone to develop feelings for you again. They're so far down that she broke up with you. Any active move by you to argue the opposite and bring it out in her, no matter how well-intentioned. Put yourself in her shoes. This is not an easy step. Get up, brush your teeth, look in the mirror. So that was it, yesterday everything was great, today I break up. This is a life-changing situation, and they have usually been struggling with it for a while. Now they've exhausted all their options and decided they have to go through with it. And there you are, telling them, "But you love me." Even if that were true, it doesn't matter, they already invalidated that argument a week ago, with the simple sentence, "But that's not enough anymore." If it was still there at all. You stand in front of them and argue, although they have told you how they think it looks. It hurts more every time they have to explain it. Both to you and to them. And if all they have to do is see how much it hurts you, it's still just uncomfortable and something you don't want to keep repeating. Also, you tell them with certain things like, "But that was so and you said so and so at that time and we wanted to love each other forever and so," that they are a bit stupid, because they could forget that, furthermore pathetic liars, who have only pretended to you all the time, and that you don't give a shit about their opinion anyway, because what you feel is above what they feel. And you don't have to say that exactly with your great actions, for that the actions stand for themselves when they see them. To get back to the point, anything you actively do in their direction, whether you want to convince them, or want to know why they decided that way, it only hurts you and their view of you. You come crawling back and would love every bit of recognition. Relationships are based on eye level and respect, and either you deprive them of those two things and they feel validated in the breakup, or you diminish yourself with it. I know this doesn't interest you very much at this moment, because otherwise you wouldn't be feeling like you need a contingency plan right now. But it will be important later that you have acted as little as possible according to these two impulses. Well, hands off the cell phone, hands off social media, and hopefully you understood why you shouldn't be negative about the breakup or why you need to win her back. If you want to have a chance to see eye to eye with her again, the thought must arise in her mind that the breakup was a mistake and must not have been instigated by you under any circumstances. Otherwise the card will be drawn very quickly in a later relationship. I knew it then and was only persuaded by him again, how could I fall for it? By the way, this can also be used as a death argument in every argument. Allah bring the garbage down and you will never see your eggs and your happiness again, because you don't deserve anything better than the princess. No. Don't get involved in something like that, but make sure that a relationship with an ex never starts with a, well, let's try again. It has to be a, hell yes I want you. Just like when you get to know each other completely new, and that is also bitterly necessary, because as things stand right now she doesn't want you and you shouldn't want her either. The way you were, the relationship ended with her dropping you. Something wasn't right anymore, and that's why the most important thing for you now is to find out for yourself what the problem was, tackle it and then work on yourself like a madman. Why comes later. Now first of all the principle, according to which you proceed directly after this video. You directly develop the attitude that you have to work on yourself every day and don't let yourself go, because no one wants you like that, and anyone who tells you that belongs kicked off any list you own. That includes eating, drinking and sleeping, and it doesn't matter if you have no hunger. I'm always thinking about her. Yes, then eat just less, but do not do without it. To lose 10 kilos in a week and not have the strength to do anything is not such a great thing. But 10 kilos gone are super. Joe will be but 3 kilos of water, 5 kilos of muscle and 2 kilos of fat. It is not worth it. And if the basic maintenance mode is secured, no contact goes off. For the long version, well, look around on the channel. Does not hurt. But the short version, you stay away from her. Once by not contacting her from you, neither by message, nor call, nor by suddenly standing in front of her, not even by canned phone or smoke signals. No letter you send her or message her through anyone. Nothing. There is absolutely nothing from you. This has the effect that she doesn't get to hear any more stupid crap from you, you don't do anything manipulative in her direction, which later falls on your feet, and she only really realizes that she can enjoy a separation. Before that it was all theory, now she gets what she wants, and what that was, that wasn't 100% clear to her before, or how she herself will react to it. Besides, your value will rise again in her eyes. After all, what guy can afford to just walk away if you give up on him? One with options who knows his worth and says, you don't want me? Fine, have fun alone, I don't need you to live. By the way, this is the only way you can increase attraction to each other again, and you don't have to lift a finger to do it. On the contrary. If you do something it always has the potential to go wrong. But the second part of no contact is the more important one for you. You keep her out of your field of vision so that you are not constantly confronted with new situations that your brain spins into a worst-case scenario over and over again. The woman is not suddenly out of the world, and you don't have to worry that she will find the man of her life in the near future, whom she will marry and with whom she will have 5 children. Your relationship record so far? 0 points for her, and who knows how many against her. The separation from you only made it worse. The woman has some kind of problem, and if we were to take a closer look, we would know which one pretty quickly. Only that I have you sitting here and not her, so we certainly don't make her aware of it so that she can sort it out for someone else, but cheerfully let her run into the knife again and again. But you guys don't get that. Because it hurts you to watch it, and you neither deserve it nor does it benefit you. When she writes to you, answer in a completely adult and unaffected way, as if you were talking to someone who cannot touch you emotionally, and mirror her behavior. Above all, you will not accept friendship, as this will bind you to her, while she will eventually date other guys and let them into her bed. In the best case you will become her best friend, and in the worst case it will come out that you still want something from her, and then it will crash, because the fronts were cleared and she didn't want you anymore on the relationship level. You got involved, and she will be surprised why you are so stupid not to have understood when she said it. This hanging around her and waiting for your chance will get you nowhere, and you will become one of her contingency plans, in case all ropes break, after the 10th guy and her inner clock runs out. You will be good enough for that again. Is that what you want? No, and that's why the core of no contact is for you. You rebuild yourselves. Everything that the relationship used to cost you and the breakup used to cost you or would cost you in time, you now have as free capacity, and you can take anger, sadness, or the will to make yourself their best option and in the end convince them of you again without much effort as a motivator for that. That's all fine. And in the end it doesn't matter what you take or maybe all together. What matters is what you do with it. That is to put yourselves independently of everything else in your focus and to develop yourselves in the areas of job, hobby, environment, appearance and health. Meet more with friends, start a new hobby that gives you a balance or become better in old things, do sports as often as you can, eat better and work towards promotions or even self-employment that will give you fulfillment and self-esteem. It's all about you, and the more of it you put into your daily schedule and routines, the less the thought of it will get you down. It will come now and then and you can just swallow it, but you don't even have to. Only if you hold on to it, even though you've noticed the last few times that it does nothing but drag you down. That's different than actively processing it. You need time for that, too. But make a plan now, because if you go into the next time unplanned, hours will pass like days and you'll sink into this crap before you have to painstakingly pull yourself out of it again. As I said, here on the channel I talk a lot more about what you have to do and how you can see and accept certain things. Feel free to check out more about it. Goes great on the side, I remember that from my shittiest time. We also have a Discord server, if you should not know what to do, and I take as much time as I can, both for smaller questions under the videos, as well as in private coaching, but many of you do not need that. That's why I make such videos, to get you stable and to show you a way before you do things that you regret later and we have to try to fix in painstaking detail work again. First, take the mindset with you that I offer you here. You have just gained a lot of time, and it is useful for each of you not to spend it with what you are itching for, but to discover the interest in the alternative for yourself, which can really promise success. I won't lie to you here, the chances of this becoming something again vary from case to case. Sometimes too much has happened, too much has gone wrong, or it's generally not a good idea to re-enter such a relationship. But your adults and time will tell if you're still so keen on trusting the same woman again. That's your thing. I would like to help you to have the possibility to do it at all, and above all not to sink into self-pity. Because nothing makes a person more unattractive and at the same time, of course, more unhappy. You don't need both, otherwise she would never have chosen you. Take care and see you in the next video.